Just posted that pre-workout. About to take some BCAs now. Listening to some advice from Dwayne Johnson's son. It's leg day, baby.
Some people want me to be heads or tails. I say no way, try again another day.
What's up, guys? Summer Shredding, episode 5. Just want to give a quick shout out to Manny Pacquiao. Don't really consider myself a hater, but I'm not the biggest Mayweather fan. But anyways, back to the video. So today was leg day. Now I can make all these excuses as to why my leg days aren't intense. I have a bad knee, busted up toe, but at the end of the day you gotta work with what you got and make the most of it. Now, I'm having to avoid certain exercises because it really flares up my knee. So as of right now, I'm not able to do leg extensions, leg curls, stiff-legged deadlifts, and lunges. Now, considering I am limited with the exercises that I'm doing right now, I've simply adjusted my training, I should say. So instead of working with heavier weight, I've decreased the weight but increased the volume. So for example, with squats, today, well, as you can see right here, we're warming up. So we do 2 sets of 12 with just the bar, just to get our bodies and muscles nice and warmed up. And then on the next clip, it'll show our first working set. So you'll have to excuse me for the angle. I didn't realize my booty was going to be all up in your grill. So work with me here. Now this is our first working set. So for our first set, we did 20 reps at 135 pounds. So we do 4 different sets. We do 20, 15, 12, and then 10. And then we increase our weight after every set. Now if you look at my form here, I'm barely getting to parallel, it looks like. So a lot of people go ass to grass, a lot of people break parallel. Honestly, that's something I need to work on. So I will say that legs are probably my biggest weak point, but it's a working process. So this guy right here is my good buddy, Omar Sanchez. He's an ectomorph like myself, so we have a hard time gaining weight. But if you check out his Instagram, you could actually see his transformation on there. It's pretty sick. Now, Omar's about 10 pounds or so lighter than me, but don't let that fool you. He was actually doing this workout a lot more efficiently than I was. He was squatting deeper, his form was a lot smoother, and he was doing some clean reps. So this right here is his first set of 20 at 135, and then we built up to 15 reps at 155, 12 reps at 185, and then finish off with 10 reps at 225, which you'll see in the next few clips. Alright, so right here is our last working set, 225 for 10 reps. As you can see, I'm hyping myself up right now. Typically, I like to visualize myself doing the reps before I actually do them. I feel that that helps. But honestly, this was a bit intimidating. I've never done this weight for that many reps. So I did this for 10 reps, and honestly, I surprised myself. Now, once again, I'm not exactly going the deepest. Looks like I'm barely hitting parallel, so that is something that I, will continue to work on. But I'm satisfied with the reps that I was able to get on this set.
What is this? 60?
So this is Omar's last working set. He's working with 225 pounds for 10 reps. Unlike myself, he had never done this many reps with this weight. So it was actually quite impressive. Now if you pay close attention to his form, excuse me, he keeps his back nice and straight. He's breaking parallel, and his knees aren't going too far forward in front of his toes, which is exactly what you want to do. So he's doing some nice, clean reps.
One more.
Nice and controlled.
One more.
Really, I should be taking lessons from him.
I feel like nobody that's going to this.
Next, we moved on to some box squats. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I decided we should aim for 5 sets of 10, and I quickly realized that was not going to happen. That first exercise really kicked our butts. So instead we did 5 sets of 5, which was still actually very difficult. I probably should have lowered the weight. There were a lot of grinders in there, but I think my ego was kicking in and I refused to take the weight down. But the box squats are actually really good for developing power out of the hole. So give these a shot and make sure that they're nice and controlled.
That's like a 5 weight. Let's try 5 sets of 5. I knew right off the bat that was going to be hard.
Now if you notice when Omar does these reps, he's not swaying or moving very much when he's on the seat, which is exactly what you want to do. If you sway too much or your body's moving too much, you're actually going to put a lot of tension on the knees when you're coming back up. After our 5 sets of 5 on box squats, we moved on to these. Not gonna lie, I forgot the exact name of this exercise, but obviously it's similar to a squat. So we increased the volume again. We did 4 sets, 20, 15, 12, 10, and increased the weight after every set. So it's a little difficult to tell with this fisheye lens, but the platform is slightly angled. So if you want to target more of your hamstrings, you want to put your feet towards the top of the platform. If you want to target your quads, you bring the feet closer to the body. So it's just a matter of finding that sweet spot. So in these next 2 clips, notice how we go nice and slow on the negative and then shoot straight up. By going nice, slow, and controlled on the negative, it's going to allow you to get a better stretch. And it's going to give you a freaking gnarly pump. So sometimes I like to do like a 3-second or a 4-second descent and then just shoot straight up. So give these a try and let me know what you think. Oh, and just one more tip for you guys. Make sure that when you're coming up or pushing through the ground, that you're pushing through your heels. So by pushing through your heels, you're going to produce more force against the ground, which is going to allow you to produce more power. So really you want to do these with any squats that you're doing or any type of squat variation. Push through the heels. For our last exercise, we finished off with some leg press. Now this leg press is slightly different than others. With this one, you hold the ball between your knees and make sure that you squeeze the ball with your knees. So what this is supposed to do is it's supposed to work the vastus medialis, or also known as the teardrop, so the inside of the legs. So because I'm not able to do leg extensions, which is actually works the vastus medialis really well, this is another exercise that is going to allow me to target the teardrop. So this is one of those exercises that's kind of awkward. It definitely takes some time getting used to. I noticed that the range of motion is not all that great. I feel like when my knees start to come in, they start to almost crush me. But maybe that's just because I should probably decrease the weight so that I'm able to get a better stretch. And make sure that when you're doing these, you're not squeezing the ball too hard with your knees. The last thing you want to happen is your knees to cave in and, you know, snap, and you have two busted up legs. So just squeeze enough to where you feel tension on the teardrop. Lastly, we finished off with this kick-ass calf machine, which is very similar to donkey races. This one gives a nice pump.
Fucking vascularity.
Look at the vascularity on that guy. Aesthetic overload right here. Well, hope you guys enjoyed it.
Some people want me to be heads or tails. I say no way, try again another day.